Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing Superbike 22. Now, after the recent news of Toprak Razgatlioglu no longer re-signing with Yamaha, it has been announced that he will be moving to the factory BMW team, and honestly, I think it's brilliant. Really interesting now for the season of next year and beyond. What is going to be in store for Toprak? How is the BMW going to cope? Will he adapt to the BMW? Will the BMW adapt to Toprak? Who needs the bike more? Does Toprak need BMW more than BMW needs Toprak? Or the other way around? I guess that's questions that I want to answer, or at least to prophesise in this video. Now, I first want to know what your guys' opinions are on this, because honestly, I can't say I was expecting this. I had heard a few rumours, like general social media stuff, but hey, you can't take any of that seriously. And I was really shocked to see that he was going to BMW. I honestly thought he was going to try his luck in MotoGP, but after Kane and Sepoglu said he doesn't think that Toprak is going to be really fit for that, and it's not really his style, MotoGP is probably not going to work. I'm not sure. I really wished he tried it, and I can't remember who said it now. I think it might have been James Toseland or possibly someone like Lorenzo. I can't remember. It was one of the pundits somewhere, and he was basically saying that why not take that chance? You know, you only get the opportunity once. If it's there, you might as well take it. What's to lose? I think Toprak has nothing to lose in his career right now. The Yamaha's not looking like it's the best bike in Superbike. Will it look like he can win another championship with the R1? Not with Bautista on the Ducati. I don't think anyone's going to be the championship contender. But really, I don't know. Was there not an offer in MotoGP? Maybe MotoGP Yamaha didn't offer Toprak an offer that he felt was appropriate. I believe that Yamaha felt that they offered Toprak and his party a promise and a contract which was worthy of what Toprak is producing with the Yamaha. But that was their interpretation. Toprak himself will value himself a lot higher than what the others may do. And I think when it comes to that, you should always back up yourself and say, listen, I'm worth more money, I'll go to the one that believes in me. But ultimately for me, the biggest and most interesting part about this is that we have a rider who is a world-class level, absolutely incredible talent, one of the best breakers I've ever seen in my life, is now moving to a different manufacturer. We've seen it before in the past where we have riders who never move and you just want them to move. I want to see Marc Marquez on a different manufacturer. I wanted to see Pedrosa try a different bike. I wanted to see Lorenzo, which eventually came and we've seen the results. And I want to see changes. It's great for the sport to have some of the riders taking on challenges with bikes and manufacturers that aren't quite at the top level yet. Because let's be honest, unfortunately, as much as I really like BMW, they're not at the top of the game. They've still got a lot more work to do, and getting a guy like Toprak who can ride pretty much any bike as far as I'm concerned could be the difference maker. His heavy braking with the new Calyx swing arm for the BMW could work well. You know, Tom Sykes jumped on it a few weeks ago and he was just as fast as he was previously, and this is a new M1000RR. In British Superbike, the M1000RR looks great. Josh Brooks is doing fantastic, and Leon Haslam is having one hell of a journey on it. So it's probably not that bad. It's just it needs the right touch. We need to fix it, and let's see what happens. But of course, I'm not a mechanic. I'm not an engineer. I'm simply just one guy making a comment and from my opinions. But I want to just see what happens, and I honestly think it's great. I've read a lot of comments, people saying, you know, this is a big mistake. He shouldn't have done this. What's he doing? I had a good chat with Jack Hammer a few days ago about this, and we had a back and forth. And I think it's great, I really do. I think it's fantastic for the sport. I think it's great for Toprak because sometimes you need a change. You need that sort of kick up the wazoo to say, put me in a difficult situation, put me in a moment, a scenario where I'm going to have to really fight and claw, and that's how you develop. And I think it's a brilliant decision from Toprak. He's probably going to get paid a hefty amount as well, which he probably and totally deserves. But regarding MotoGP, I guess monetary value, I would have thought MotoGP would have offered more, unless they lowballed him. Unless they felt that Toprak is a risk and they don't feel like he can compete in MotoGP, but they feel he could have potential, they may have undercut him. Maybe they didn't offer him what he felt he was worth in there as well. But my only concern for MotoGP is that riders turning down a MotoGP contract. Let's say in this scenario that MotoGP Yamaha offered him a lowball offer and he says, I'm not taking that. We've seen it before, we've seen riders believe and back themselves and it's come out smelling of roses, but sometimes they come out and they smell of something that isn't roses. And it's one of those things you're going to have to try. I remember Joe Roberts turning down the opportunity to go into the Aprilia in MotoGP, and for me, that was a shocker. How did he turn that down? This is before, obviously, that Joe Roberts regressed, and before the Aprilia got really good. I don't know how you turn down a MotoGP contract, I really don't, regardless of what team it may be. You know, Remy Gardner and Raul Fernandez on the Tech 3 KTM last year. Not a great package, bit of a difficult situation with the pair of them, but they had to take it. You can't turn it down and say, I'll go again in a couple of years. I guess you can, but I don't know. How do you turn down a MotoGP contract? I have no idea. There's obviously a lot of reasoning behind it. But ultimately, getting back to the point of the video where for Toprak and the BMW, I think he'll do fine. I really do. I think he'll have some interesting races to start off with. He might struggle, and then once he gets used to it, gets learning how to manipulate the BMW M1000 and use his powered brakes that he's so good at, it could be a game changer. Who his teammate's going to be, that remains on the fence, because I believe Redding has another year in his contract. But then that would leave VDM leaving the team. So I'm not entirely sure what the deal is here. I don't know whether Scott or Michael is going to be there on the team. I guess we'll have to find out in a couple more months or whenever. Hopefully not too long. But yeah, that's ultimately where we are with Toprak here in the BMW scenario. I want to see it. I can't wait for it. Let me know in the comments section down below what you guys think of the move, and also tell me about any rider that you feel that should have moved a bike years ago and you wanted to see them change a different manufacturer, but it never happened. Also, riders that may have made a change which you thought would work out perfectly, which didn't. Prime example for me is I thought the move from Lorenzo going to the Repsol Honda team would be quite possibly one of the greatest moves in MotoGP history. I thought Lorenzo was going to become one of very few, if only one, to become a winner on 3 different manufacturers, and unfortunately that did not work at all. I don't think it was particularly just the bike, but unfortunately for Lorenzo as well, he had a lot of issues and injuries towards the latter stage of 2018. So I'm not sure, but yeah, that was one of them. And also, I will hold my head up high, and I'll hold my hand up to apologise and say I was wrong about Jack Miller on the KTM. I honestly thought that it was going to be a struggle. He might have a few good races here and there, but I didn't think he'd be in the contention for a possible championship. He might not say he can win it this year, but he'll certainly finish in the top 5, top 3 maybe. He is one hell of a talent, and the KTM looks great with Jack on board, so who knows what's going to happen. I doubted Jack. I'm not going to doubt Toprak. I'm not making that mistake twice. I'm really not. I would like to see Jonathan Rea try something else before he finishes up as well. I think it's probably not going to happen. I think he'll probably stay with Kawasaki until he decides to call it all quits and done and dusted. But it would be nice to see him try something different. And I guess once Alvaro Bautista wins this season and possibly next year, we'll figure out who's going to be on the factory Ducati, and then we'll see what happens from there. And hopefully I've got another Superbike game for you by then, so that I can use the updated riders, because I really want to use Toprak and the BMW. That'd be great. That'd be so awesome. But yeah, as we come to the conclusion of this video, back on Superbike 22. Apologies to those who are really enjoying TT Isle of Man 3 at the moment. I do appreciate all the support and the comments I've had in those videos. I've really enjoyed making those content. But it does feel nice to be back on Superbike. The biggest and strangest feeling for me was the camera. Jumping back onto Superbike 22, the camera's so close compared to TT3, so it threw me off at the beginning. And I'm also finding that the bike is extremely lighter compared to TT Isle of Man 3. So I've got a bit of getting used to when I start making content back on Superbike 22, because someone else has got a contract with BMW in this game, and that is me, of course. I need to do my career mode, I need to get back on that with the BMW, and conveniently I do believe I have the winter testing to do next. And the reason I say it's convenient is because, well, I've swapped controllers, haven't I, since I last played Superbike 22. So this is going to effectively be a nice learning curve for me, a chance to really get back into the rhythm, get back into learning the tracks again. Not so much of learning the tracks, but learning how to tackle some of the corners, I guess, because everything feels different. From MotoGP 22 to Superbike to Ride 4 to TT Isle of Man 3, every bike game handles differently, so it's a lot to take in. And we have just started improving the lap times, of course, and now as we get across the line there, we're at 1:43.98, so we are improving, not quite to the skill of where I once was, but we're in the right direction, and that's all that really matters. So don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you want to see more Superbike 22 content, or even TT3, because I'm still not finished with that fantastic Isle of Man racing game. So this will be my final lap of today's video. Let me know if you enjoyed, of course, and also just talk to me about Superbike. Tell me what you think about Toprak and this move to BMW, because my main purpose for this video is to get you guys talking to me about it, because I want to talk, I want to chat Toprak, I want to chat Superbike, so let me know in the comment section down below. But what I will say is it does feel really good to be back playing Superbike 22, and I remember in the Discord server I spoke to Sacred Meerkat about this before. If you're not aware of Sacred Meerkat is, maybe you're new to the channel, he's one of our fastest aces in the Discord server. And of course, if you want to join the Discord server, you can do so in the description down below. But we were always having a discussion, the fact that he has an absence from playing bike games, especially Ride 4. Maybe have like a week or two off, and the next thing you know he comes back and he's even quicker. I was hoping that bit of magic would rub off onto me, but as you can see by my lap times, I'm still a bit slower than what I once was on Superbike 22, so no magic for me yet, but we'll see what happens in the next couple of videos. Don't forget to keep an eye on the MotoGP section as well, because I'm bound to be doing more MotoGP 22 before the launch of MotoGP 23. So that's it from me. Let's get across the line, and hopefully it is an improvement, even if it's marginal. It is to 1:43.08. So let's take a look at the lap times on screen. We did have 2 invalidated lap times, but ultimately we were 9/10, maybe a second behind our previous best. Still got a lot of work to do, but I'm not too fussed and not too disappointed about that, since I've been playing so much TT3. That's it from me, guys. Thanks for watching as always. I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know in the comments section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you really enjoyed the video, and of course if you want to become a member of the DrAce pit crew and use custom emojis in the comment section down below, you can do so by joining the DrAce pit crew. The link is in the description down below. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.